had a dream last night that I had a DeLorean time machine. I was at some exotic locale and it looked incredible. Had the hat, the jacket, the hoverboard. But then I woke up.
Gentlemen, to this week's episode, or actually I should say last week's episode of Wrestling Rewind here this week on the Jeff Meacham Network. I am, of course, Jeff Meacham. He is the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion for more than 3 years. Let's give this guy a big what up, because damn, he done whooped my ass 3 years ago, and I ain't even mad about it no more. Greg Cherry, good to see you, brother. I know last week was kind of a train wreck for us recording together because Mother Nature decided to imbue me with a nice, big, deep cold, so good times. I do apologize for my lack of presence on the post-game show last week. Hell of a match. I finally got to watch it over the weekend. Mm-hmm. Man, absolutely. My goodness. And I'm glad that Cass was there to pick up my slack because somebody had to. Jesus.
Well, speaking of Chris Cass, so over on Combat Wrestling Trivia, I'm just going to throw this plug in right at the beginning because it's a good time to. So
why not?
For those that don't know, well, I won't spoil that part, but there is a vacancy for the Combat Wrestling Trivia World Championship.
Uh-oh.
And this past Monday, I qualified to enter an 8-man gauntlet match.
Nice.
To determine the new Combat Wrestling Trivia World Champion. Chris Cass is also in this gauntlet.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Along with 6 other guys that CWT has to offer. That match goes up this Friday.
19th. Nice.
So I'm glad we're recording it on Thursday, so I don't actually know what happens in it because we haven't done it yet.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
I'm sure I'll be plugging that on the trivia game post show on Thursday. Regardless of what happens, hopefully, Two Belts Cherry becomes a thing again because I think the Mark World Order one just kind of disappeared into thin air.
Right.
I haven't defended that title in over a year, so I think that championship got retired a long time ago. So, but this is still a thing.
Well, you know, the title is still in existence. You said you have to carry 3 belts jersey. That's all. Anyway, tri-belt champion. Anyway, so speaking of tri, this is take 3 for what it's worth, so you guys know in advance.
Yeah,
we've been trying to get this shit done for an hour. Okay, so I wanted to have this show move to Twitter because I felt that listening to us go alongside the match while you guys have it on your network, however your network feed was okay, but I wanted to offer something different than the other watch-alongs that I do on pay-per-view days. And I definitely can't do those with the screen, with the shot in the screen, because then I get flagged faux show. So there you go. But we tried it, recording it with me using Chrome, and my feed froze for about 5 minutes. So that's out. Then we tried it with me using Microsoft Edge and Greg sharing his version of the video, and it would, no. So we're going.
That's an accurate description of it, right there.
Very much so. So if you watch my live show Monday, or if you watch anything I've done since my live show Monday morning, then you know that we're going to be back to YouTube anyway. But if you only watched the live show Monday morning, didn't watch Talk Wrestling or Stat Boy Sports Bar or the Greg Cherry Show, I don't know why you're here at this point because you're not being very supportive. Anyway, so we are watching, of course, the match that you guys chose for last week's show. And unfortunately, we didn't get it in because I got a little bit of a cold bug, as I mentioned. But it does work out because today, March 17th, 19 years ago today, was when WrestleMania 18 took place. And I'm flabbergasted that it's been 19 years since Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash returned to the WWF after being gone for 6 years. Actually, Hogan for 8. Yeah. So it's crazy that it's been that long. And as I always do, as I drop my remote control because I'm a spaz, I ask you at the top, where are you in your fandom? Now, I know we're not quite into the era of the audio side of what was the Mayhem.com at the time, but I know you were a Advent follower, particularly of the era that is to come.
Yes, the Ruthless Aggression era, which had not started yet. It was still a couple months away, 4 months if we want to be precise. The Ruthless Aggression, the Ruthless Aggression era, I feel like is my bread and butter because, like I mentioned on previous shows, I had watched during the Attitude Era, but I have gaps as far as the Attitude Era goes. Like I obviously I know stuff. I have to keep up on stuff for the purposes of trivia, but a lot of that stuff is not immediate like it is with the Ruthless Aggression era. You figure I was 15, 16 at the time of this match, so I was. Yeah, I know. Anytime I bring up my age,
I know.
So I was.
Part of my spine curving.
Yeah, I had been a fan for about 9-10 years at this point.
Oh wow!
So okay. I was committed already. So
yeah, for sure. And if you figure you've been a fan for 10 years at this point, that means you were coming into really watching wrestling as Hulkamania was starting to quote unquote die out. Like it'll never really die, but you know. It was starting to fade away into Atlanta. That's what it was doing.
Fade away, but it wasn't classified as obsolete.
No, and by the grace of God and the money of Ted Turner, it was seen as a viable commodity for years to come. Thank goodness for that. And ironically, 2 years into that, we get the dark side of Hulkamania, which we've talked about multiple times. That I found myself one of the very few people that was a Hulkamaniac, red and yellow. You know, I mean, God, you know, when my other friend Greg designed this for me, I about cried for real. But yeah, when he turned to the dark, I was like, all right, I'm with it. We'll see how it goes. And people in my high school were like, what are you doing, Meech? I'm like, he's cool. Like he made himself be cool again, which he hasn't been cool in a long time. He's been kind of a dork. So it's cool that he's with Diesel and Razor. That's awesome. So, but here we are. The war is officially over without question. It's been a year, almost to the day since the sale, and we will be talking about that next week on this channel. By the way, we're going to go elbows deep into the sale. Next Tuesday is going to be the actual day of the sale anniversary, which again, 20 years, good grief. And then next Friday, whoever I get to record with me, we're going to do the entire simulcast. Start of Nitro, end of Raw. Whole show. So it's going to be a very special rewind. I'm never going to call it rewind. We're just going to call it something. I had the rewind logo on it, but it's a whole other animal. So we'll see how it goes. But I digress. We're still a year ahead at this point. Because by this point, the diabolical Mr. McMahon has lost control of his own empire to the dirtiest player in the game. The Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair, is the co-owner of the company. That's right. He is still many, many years away from taking that I'm sorry, I love you from Shawn Michaels in front of me. And about 75, that's good. That's okay. And he's decided he's going to kill the company. And the best way to kill the company is with a lethal dose of poison. And in comes the NWO. Now, earlier in the night, we saw Scott Hall take a stun that literally sent him into orbit from Steve Austin. Yeah. And made it one of the greatest memes in history, by the way. If you haven't seen that animated meme of Scott literally taking a bump and shooting into orbit around the Earth, you need to look that shit up just because. It's fantastic.
So there's also a GIF out there that's just a loop of him taking the first stunner, and then the camera cut is like so seamless, and he just keeps taking that first stunner. So it never ends. It's like
it's a never-ending stunner.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh, so I'm gonna look that up while we're working today. That must be seen by all parties now. But after that, and of course, that ultimately led to Steve's slow decline into madness and leaving the company for a while. But after that match, we had Hall and Nash meet up in the back and say, "Don't worry, we'll get The Rock." And Hogan, to the shock of his brethren, asks to stay back. Let me handle it on my own, brothers. And I got to know for myself. And then right as we're getting ready to come into the shot here, we had just passed the hardcore champion, the soon-to-be Hall of Famer, Mighty Molly, take a room door to the face from that diabolical AEW traitor Christian. And the hardcore title ran off with him and his Canadian damn self. And here we are at 2 hours, 25 minutes, 31 seconds. That is your timestamp. I will go ahead and throw it up there while I'm talking here, if I can get the thing to work. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, let's see. Rewind. There we go. 2, 25, 31. And I should have had it up in the first place. There it is.
Yay.
So let's just get there. So again, we're into the history of the company where WCW has been dead for a year. They really haven't had their own quote unquote competition because they drove that horrible invasion storyline into the ground over the course of 8 months. God almighty. And now they're starting to filter in. We're going to get Steiner coming in later this year. Flair's here. The NWO's here. Goldberg comes in next year. So they're starting to filter over the big contracts that didn't want to, take, half on the dollar, whatever the hell they took, like Booker and Dallas did. But they're starting to filter in. And this arguably, to this day, stands as one of the biggest, if not the biggest, marquee match in WrestleMania history. I don't say main event because it's not the last match, even though Chris Jericho and Triple H will even tell you it probably should have been. So we'll see where it goes as we do this. Now, again, we're gonna have you guys go live with us at 3, 2, 1 play, but we're not gonna have it on the screen because that's a fail. So here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, play. I miss these graphics so much. I miss the whole presentation. They're so good and they work so well. The ones they use now are just so blah.
Mm-hmm. So, funny story. When I was still in high school, my friend Dave had made graphics like that for our backyard wrestling federation. I nice. Marked out because I got to do one of my own.
That's tremendous. That's awesome. Dude, that's the one thing we didn't ever really do in the run of XMV when we had those stupid matches we ended up doing all those years. We never had like the big, like, the freaking moving graphics match card. Like, oh, it's the one thing we didn't do. We even did it for trivia, which I find very bizarre, seeing how far we've gone technology-wise. We haven't done that yet. That's really funny to me. But
whenever I get a green screen,
right,
because I'm sure that'll happen someday. Right. Then you best believe I'm gonna have like a.
Yes, perfect. See, that's what. Yeah, that's the next goal. You guys, I don't know if I put it up on social media. If not, I will later on Monday because it's already done now. But I finally got my desk set up the way I want it. I've got my 3 monitors set up. I got my TV. I'm ready to go. I just don't have the full green screen. I got that round thing, which works great for like selfies and stuff. But God, when we get to their house, I'm told we're gonna paint an entire wall chroma key green. So I will be ready to rock, brother. By the way, when Rock says this right there, my balls crawl up into my throat. I'm like, oh my God, we're getting the Rock and Hulkamania. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Golly. it's so funny to hear Hogan cuss.
Yeah.
Like, it's to this day, it's funny. Like, I'm binge watching WCW 2000. He swears so much, and it's like, no, Terry, stop. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, Terry, no. It ain't working for you, Hulk. Stop. Oh, man.
I don't think a lot of people remember how brutal the beatdown on The Rock was, like, immediately after this segment.
They beat the shit out of him. They hit him with a hammer in the head for one thing. That enough is like, okay, that's felonious assault there.
And then
But this mess, good grief. It's like, you think Hulk could have a little bit more feelings toward things running him over. The Hummer, hello, good grief.
Yeah.
The Hummer nearly killed him 4 different times. Yeah, the hammer. It's funny. The diesel truck doesn't get me. The hammer to the head, that's what gets me. It's like,
oh yeah,
damn, that's terrible. With all my concussion history, like, dude, a blow to the head, no, especially the back of the head, no bueno. I love the one shot they showed of The Rock looking up into the lights was from when he returned and made a decision about joining the Alliance or returning to the WWF. That was a cool moment. We got to do that one summer.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big Raw because, like, everybody had abandoned Vince except for Kurt at that point, and like The Rock was like the one guy. Like, was he going to stay? What's he going to do? So, love the transitions the NWO used. Loved them. Just completely took over the TV.
I'm so glad it's not the like dubbed over 1-2.
Oh yeah, exactly. I only wish they would have busted out Hendrix for him during this run and not during the red and yellow part. It's like, come on, guys. Yeah. Like, he can't do red and yellow WWF. It has to be Real American. If you're going to do the Hendrix, then do it here, man. And I think
they did it the night after, didn't they?
No, he still came out to the NWO. When he came out for that big, like, 3,000 minute prop or whatever it was, he still used the NWO music. I think when he came out for the match on SmackDown, they had changed over to Hendrix. But either way, and I get why they didn't do it here in the first month, because they were trying to make sure they said they're a team. They're a unit, so they have to use the music. And I get it. But yes, I do agree that I'm glad they didn't use that freaking. And like, I have the Backlash 02 DVD. What the crap? Turn that shit off. Play me some Rock House, damn it. Terrible. I mean, some of their dubs are pretty good. I'm not going to lie, but that one is not. It's terrible. I don't know if I said it on this show or not. The one they used for Sid, I thought that was an actual song. I had no idea it was a dub. Oh, okay, cool.
I'd have to listen to that one.
Yeah. Sid, it's funny. When he first came back, and then when he was the world champion, he was using kind of like the music Russo used later, like the rip of Iron Man. Yeah. But on the dub, it sounds like I don't know the name of the song. I'm a horrible music person. And I'm like, this is actually cool. And I found out there was a dub. I went, damn, that was seamless. I had no idea that was like they covered that song so well. I was like, damn, all right, cool.
It's like they dubbed over Jericho's music in WCW with "Break the Walls Down." It's like, no, absolutely not.
What's funny is they dubbed it so well, the layman wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, because you can't hear that basketball theme number 6 behind it. Like, you can't even hear it's there. So I will give Kevin Dunn and his team their credit, man. They know how to edit shit. There's no question about it. It's just they don't know how to do live stuff, apparently. With all due respect, of course, Kevin. Because we're on take 3 as it is. So. I always like that catchphrase with The Rock. You can't stop. Can't stop. Rock. I was like that. Except for 2013, apparently, when I don't like anything about it at all, clearly. Because I almost slept on the porch.
In January.
In Pittsburgh. Yeah, in Oil City. Yeah. Dumbass. Don't mess with mama during the holidays. Bad idea. It's funny. I was starting to see the transition when he came out and he didn't do the hand thing. He would just like smell the air or whatever. And then like in 2000, he transitioned because he had the belt. He would hold the belt up. Then once he lost title again, he would end up doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So he just kind of kept it. So people don't remember that stuff, but I do. That's why I'm the 4-time trivia champion. It's amazing how non-tatted up he is compared to now.
Yeah. He really didn't get that tribal tattoo till like after SummerSlam.
Right.
Because he had it when he came back for Rock Hogan 2.
Right. Which I still want to cover at some point. The whole show, really, because I was there for the Austin part of that build, man. Good Lord. You saw Hogan tell him when he walked in, he was telling Rock, these are my fans. Like, man, I wonder if they'd done this anywhere else if they would have turned Hogan babyface. And I wonder if they didn't, what was the plan? Because I don't think they would have made him the world champion so fast if he hadn't got. There's the moment right there, kids. There it is. Yeah. Man, oh man. 68,000 people, and they are, every single eye in that place is on them. There ain't nobody in the can. There ain't nobody getting food. They're all in their seats or sitting on their seats going, holy shit, it's Hogan Rock, folks. And Kyoto's trying to shit his pants in the process. Poor guy.
How much fun do you think Kyoto had?
Right? I mean, I remember Kyoto was there. Kyoto started toward the end of Hulk's run, I believe, right?
Yeah, around there, because I remember him in the powder blue shirt.
Right? So, yeah, I think for him, this is like one of my buddies versus Hogan. You know, he's probably going, Jesus, what am I doing in here? What's going on? See, this is where Hogan, it's like, Hulk, you're the bad guy. And he's doing the right. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's funny. I mentioned earlier the whole cussing thing. During his entire actual NWO Hollywood, this guy run, he didn't swear like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Terry Bollea, morphing into Hollywood Hogan in 2000, swore like freaking Popeye the Sailor on a bad South Park binge.
Should watch his TNA stuff. He swore a lot.
Oh, geez. Trust me, I know. As I say, he really didn't get mouthy until the 2000s, 2010s. I guess figure by then, hell, I've made all the money I want to make. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
The kids know the difference. Either they like me or they don't. I really don't give a flying flip. Which isn't very much about Terry the character, but what are you going to do? Oh, well. And I know people are going to be back and forth about Hogan. I know. Some people like him, some people don't. That's fine. You know, it's...
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be that group of people who, you know, will never let go of what was on those tapes. And you know what? I respect y'all's opinion because, you know, I have no room to talk because, again, I'm the whitest guy in the room. So, you know, I got nothing. But all I know is when I started watching wrestling, and you guys watched that moment back with me last year in October, when I saw that guy come on my screen, I was hooked. Instantly. Hook, line, sinker into this business, into this product, and it's because of this guy. So whether he's wearing red and yellow, black and white, you know, whether he's, you know, talking to his kid or talking dirty on tape or whatever, he's still Hulk Hogan. And the character is what it's about, whether it's Hulk, Hollywood, whatever. That's what it's about. And I will forever be a NWOite / Hulkamaniac. And if I'm a bad person for it, then I will have a network logo with the word bad person inscribed in it, made by somebody other than Greg, because I know Greg knows me better than that. And I'll wear it on the air, I promise, guys. Whatever, come on. schoolyard shove. Right? I was like, you did it to me. Wait a minute, you're not supposed to do it to me back. That was awesome. Oh God.
I don't think I've ever seen Hogan take an over the top rope bump.
I don't think you will, except for the Royal Rumble match.
But even then, he went over forwards. I don't think I've ever seen him get like clotheslined or anything.
I
go
see
backwards.
Got it. Yeah,
like now that I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think he was probably comfortable with that. I wouldn't be.
No, I'd probably want to go over forwards too.
Well, I mean, you being the Rumble guy, you would know better than anybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not going someplace I don't know where I'm going. I got to see where I'm going. I don't know if it's as fast as it is.
The audible boos for The Rock.
Right? Now, see, this is where it started, man, but they tore him a new asshole on Long Island. Like, they were all over him, man. And you know, I kind of agree with him. Like, it's one thing when it's Hogan, because it's Hulk Hogan. But with Brock Lesnar? What the frick, man? Like,
see, Brock Lesnar now I might get, but Brock was only 5 months into the
run.
Main roster by then.
That's some shady New York shit right there. I'm not even gonna front. That's terrible. But yeah, I'd be pissed off too. I totally would have cut the same promo. Like, all right, I'll see your asses later.
Yeah.
And he did. He didn't come back until Montreal, man. Good for him. Hey.
To run.
That's right. Now, what's funny is not people remember this. I don't even know if you know this. There was a house show in, I want to say it was January of 2003. I don't remember if it was in Anaheim. It's in my records here, but I don't want to touch anything for fear of take 4. It's either in Anaheim or LA, one of the two main arenas out here, right? Booker was getting beaten down by whatever heel was facing Booker that night. I couldn't tell you who it was off the top of my head, but The Rock came out and saved him. So up until that point, Rock was still babyface guy. But once they put the program in with Hogan, round 2, it's like, all right, time to turn up the juice. And again, you watch this match and you watch the people in the ring and you wonder to yourself, how in the hell does Kyoto still not have his job?
Yeah.
Like, who is making that ultimate decision? And it's funny that I find out that Laurinaitis is back in charge of talent relations. Because then it's very easy for me to blame who I want to blame, but I don't know if that's the case or not. So
yeah.
I don't want to believe it because I've been told Ace has been a better person, but I don't know that because I haven't been there. I'm not around people that are around him anymore, so I don't know. See,
I would say that people have said that the women's division is going to fail now that he's back. I'm like, he's married to the Bella's mom.
Yeah, no.
I feel like there would be a lot of heat from Brie and Nikki if that happened.
Yeah, he's a Bella-in-law. He ain't messing with nobody right now. Like, he's like, not to sound like whatever, but dude, his freaking wings are clips. Put it that way.
Yeah, Brie and Nikki. Say what you will about them, and Brian both. Say what you will about the Bellas. I know a lot of people will because, yeah. But in all seriousness, they contributed a lot, and they helped a lot for the women's evolution.
They really did. And yeah, I was surprised at my not being more like when they got their Hall of Fame announcement, because, like, you know what? Yeah, they deserve it. They really do. Not before Molly, so glad she's going in, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. As we again, we're taping this Monday afternoon, so in theory we'll get Hall of Fame announcement number 2 tonight at some point during Raw or some point during the day or whatever. Yeah. So we don't know who it is, but you know, I mean,
Hogan with a choke slam.
Right? What the crap was that, Terry? Jeez.
Like, Hulk Hogan and choke slams do not get along.
No.
If you don't believe me, watch Judgment Day from this year.
Yeah. Undisputed reign over. Done. Much to Vince's delight.
Yeah.
It is so funny how when you really, really go back and look at this, this is the apex of his return. The world title wins the climax. Everything else is a downhill slope, man. It's ugly. I mean, speaking of ugly, holy crap. You've got the title loss. You've got tapping out. Tapping out to Kurt Angle is not a, oh my God, it's terrible. But, Hollywood Hulk Hogan tapping out. Holy crap. The tag title run with Edge was cool. I'm not going to lie. That was fun. And seeing Edge's face made everything. It was so everything in that moment. I mean, being out there, the freaking Canadian dude, marking out to real American with the flag in his hand, no less, is hysterical. But then they lost at Vengeance. Mm-hmm. And then Hogan got the blood squeezed out of him pretty much by Lesnar. So, and then the following year, oh Lord, Montreal was bad. Mania was not bad with Vince. I'll take that back. Mania with Vince is a good match. For what it was. Yeah. But then, after that, it just got ugly because of the Mr. America thing and Zach Gowen and the stupid lie detector test and the Big Show retired him.
Test was funny. Come on.
Oh my God.
That was hilarious. I loved that one. It was fun. It was comical. Like, give it some credit. I thought it was funny.
Okay. All right. God, it's just, the whole Mr. America thing was so damn stupid. I thought personally,
it was cheesy.
Very cheesy. Like, okay, here's my thing. If they're going to reveal him as Hogan anyway, whether or not they're going to fire him because of the whole contract negotiations, why even do it in the first? Why? Oh, oh man, Kyoto has that job right now. Yeah, good. Good night, Mike. I get the whole, I can even get behind the fact that Hulk idolized Dusty and the whole Midnight Rider gimmick was a thing, so I get that. But the only thing weaker than Mr. America was Terry Bollea in 2000. It was just come on, guys. Come on. So, again, my opinion as a Hulkamaniac, whatever. I will concede to the WCW, whoever actually booked this in 2000, they had an episode of Thunder in late May, maybe early June of 2000. I think it was late May, the last Thunder of May 2000, when Bischoff and the New Blood burned his red and yellow colors in a trash can.
Yeah.
So they go to the vivacious Pamela Paulshack, the announcer, backstage at his dressing room, and Hulk just told her flat out that Hulk Hogan's not wrestling tonight. So Bischoff comes out to, claim victory over Hulk Hogan because, he won't wrestle at Great American Bash. He didn't say Hollywood Hogan wouldn't wrestle.
Mm.
The NW music hits, out comes in this shirt. I'm sitting myself going, damn, I wish I had watched this 20 years ago because that's actually pretty funny. But he's tapping like a drunk man. Damn it, Kyoto, get up. You're fired. Oh, wait.
Somebody jokes about Kyoto. Poor Kyoto.
Every time. I don't care. I love Mike. He's a great guy. Jeez, Rock, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a little vicious there, Dwayne.
Rocky sucks chant.
Right? What the hell? What year is it? 2002 or 97? Bang up. Rochambeau. Sounded like gangbusters, too. Gotta love it.
Hogan delivering a better rock bottom than Austin did.
Right? Well, he was learning from Booker T in WCW.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that didn't happen because Hogan kept the black man down. I forgot about that. Anyway, whatever. I still love that story about David Arquette winning the championship and, him asking, Booker, have you ever won this? And, no, dog, I haven't.
Yeah.
He got it soon enough, though, much to the disembowelment of Hulkamania. But, what are you going to do? or I should say, what you gonna do? Yeah. He's going to hit him with the buckle of the belt. That's tremendous.
Yeah.
That's a resourceful heel right there, brother. Man, it's so funny. Like, you can visibly see Rock getting pissed off at the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, this is bullshit. What the hell, people? Mm-hmm. This guy hit me with a truck. Like, literally hit me with a truck. You guys suck. Oh, man. Does that sign say I love the Rock's bottom? It sure does. Good grief, people. Come on. Damn Canucks. Oh, laying the smackdown with it. There you go.
Here comes the moment of the match.
Right. And it's not either one of them or Kyoto. It's the freaking crowd.
Yeah.
Look at the crowd. Look at the Rock's face. They are on their feet, man. They're like, yes! He's hulking up! Lawler's putting over like freaking Rover. Yes! Every time this gets me. I love it. Oh, what you gonna do when he pauses on the block? Great call by King there. Quit talking about it. There it is. He got it this time. He didn't get it against the Warrior. 1, 2. Oh, no. Hogan's acting like he lost his kid. Like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's awesome. No, I'm not crying. I'm laughing so hard my eyes are watering. Another 3 punches. Hogan's 5 moves of doom. 3 punches, a boot, and a leg. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you get, brother. Oh, no, down to the hip again. It's the curse of the Warrior.
It's the Toronto curse at WrestleMania.
Right. Oh, big one. Oh, remember I was telling you guys, I forget it was a couple weeks ago, about the long sleeve Stone Cold shirt during the invasion with like the kind of like a beer sign on the chest?
Yeah.
The guy in the front row is wearing that shirt. If he stands up again, I'll point him out. Love that freaking shirt. I wish I could find it. Oh, man, another one. Good grief. That was kind of cool. Oh, there he is right there. Right there in front. See him there jumping down like an idiot? Yeah. If somebody can find me that shirt at 3X, I'd love you forever. If I can't find mine. So, the one thing that pissed me off about this whole thing, he can't lose to the rock bottom. It's got to be the damn elbow with a leg twitch. Really? Yeah. Really?
Well, maybe he was already out from the rock bottoms, and it was just an exclamation point. Because you figure he took 2 right before the elbows. So
That's true. So, yeah, all right, whatever. I don't like it. I'm not going to like it. I'm never going to like it. It's 19 years later. I still don't like it. But, hell of a match. And, again, I didn't watch this with the noise on. I just remember it. I'm going off memory here. So, for everybody that says this match isn't anything without the crowd noise, you're full of baloney. It still comes off very well, I feel. Because, granted, when it first airs, no crowd noise, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of lacking. But hindsight being the benefit of us all, you can remember the crowd being loud. You can remember the crowd chanting, "Rocky sucks." You can remember all the nuances back and forth between the two of them and Kyoto and JR and the King. You can remember all those things. It's like muscle memory. And it holds up very well almost 2 decades later. But you can see the Rock's looking at the people like, yeah, I got you back, you sons of bitches, but you turned on me. I won't forget this. Very much got that like the horse mouth face, like ugh, like he stepped in something and walked in the house. He's pissed.
Oh yeah.
But we're about to have a hell of a freaking thing here, so it won't matter. What's funny is The Rock didn't even get Hogan didn't get hurt in this match. He got hurt by Rikishi at a house show. Like, Hogan's ribs are legitimately busted up because Rikishi landed on him the wrong way at a house show. I don't know if it was him in one-on-one or a tag or whatever it was, but Rikishi either gave him a Samoan drop or something and just tore Hogan up inside. I remember watching this going, where are they going with this? I like the little. That's where the actor part comes in with The Rock. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Hogan stuck his hand out, and Rock kind of like leaned in, like get a little close, like look at him, like, are you for real? And he backed up. He went, all right, boom. Great moment. Great character development for both of them in that one moment. Dwayne made that one decision in that split second, and it made everything in that moment. Mm-hmm. Very well done by The Rock there. I just, and again, I don't praise him enough, and I'm sorry for that, everybody. I really should. But it's stuff like that makes me go, God darn, he's one of the best ever. I am sweating. I'm so happy about this. God, this match always gets me every time. Here we go. Shenanigans. Once again, Kevin Nash sticks a knife in Hogan's back.
Yep.
Wolfpack mentality always with Kevin Nash. Damn him. But, looking back, it led to X-Pac return, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
In the category of Scott will oversell all night, every night.
It's a shame.
Getting punched by freaking Superman.
It's a shame Scott Hall was never a world champion.
Well, I think if Scott had stayed straight, he would have been. Honestly,
yeah.
I stand. Same with Jake. If both those guys had stayed sober, both of them would have been world champion. I will die on that hill. Jake should have been WCW champion by far.
Yeah.
His problem was a combination of not staying straight and dealing with Bill Watts' administration, which is never a good thing. Scott, it's funny. As we're taping this, today's the anniversary of his world title shot against Sting and Uncensored on March 15th.
There you go.
So, and the one of the screenshots that a lot of Twitter things put up today is Scott holding the belt up after Sting handed over to the referee. So it's like we get the moment of what could have been. Scott Hall, the world champion, managed by the Dwayne, baby. Oh my gosh. Would have been tremendous. But again, that was Scott Hall. He wasn't off the wagon yet, but he was definitely tipping that son of a bitch sideways. Not turning it sideways, Rock. Shut up. Tipping it sideways.
And sticking it straight up. Oh,
Bermuda Championship Wrestling. Somebody look that up on Twitter. Let me know if it still exists. Now this brings out the 7-year-old me right here. This stuff right here. Man. I get all verklempt and all weepy eyed here. I love it. And if y'all want to fast forward on demand, that's fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. This is too cool not to watch back. See, The Rock was a fan. We've seen the pictures with Hogan and Rocky Johnson and a young Dwayne. They exist.
Yeah.
The ever-present D's Nuts signed out in the crowd. You saw that too? Good Lord, people.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. There it is. Yeah, baby. Now, so give me this over Hogan and Warrior doing it any day.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Look at the people in the front. I'm like, yeah, they're posing for me. I love it. Yeah. See, this is great. I am so glad I was able to be a part of the different eras of Hulk and posing. Like I was there in the late 90s or early 90s rather. And I was there, when he came back for this run in the summer of 2002, and I was there for. I mean, God, his Hall of Fame induction was just so like. It's funny, even now to this day, 16 years after I saw the induction, what really gets me the waterworks for me is the Big Show and the crowd. He is a blubbering idiot during that induction. And that's it for me. Like, if that big 7-foot monster can be a freaking child, then I'm gone. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm over it. And it's funny. I'm going through our purge here in the house. I found I forget, it was WWE or Raw magazine with the Hogan cover with the Hall of Fame inductees. My Hall of Fame program, my Hall of Fame ticket, and my little commemorative coin thing. It was about 3 sizes too big to be a coin, but it's all in a plastic sleeve. I've had it there for 16 years. And as much as going to see the 2008 ceremony meant for me because my dad was with me and we got to see Ric Flair, and the last match of the night was Undertaker winning the world title. 2005 means everything to me. I mean, it's Hulk and it's Jimmy Hart, who we all love at No DQ, and it's that class. It was such an amazing night. And I hope that whatever class we do end up getting in 2023 can at least measure up.
Yeah. Because you figure it's probably Taker in Dallas.
Right. Which means we'll probably get the gentleman here on screen with Hogan, which I'm okay with. I mean, 10 years ago saying that, probably not. But now I'm all in on him going in. With me there, that's totally cool by me. I'm okay with that. And yeah, figure Hollywood. We may even get a Celebrity David Arquette induction, which I'm totally okay with. The Rock. He's like so like, man, that was something. All right,
yeah. We're
in New York, so I'm backing up because I don't go to WWE New York because it's not there, so I can't go.
The poor world.
Oh, I know. That was one thing I wish we could have done on a subsequent trip back there to visit you guys, was to go into New York and see WWF New York. That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Alas, it is not to be. However, what is to be is tomorrow's show. And if the voting, I know the voting closed last night. I haven't checked it yet as of midnight. But all signs point to we're going to be watching one of Greg's favorite matches of all time tomorrow, because it should be Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. If the vote stays, the pattern remains the way it's been for the last week.
Yeah.
Like, that was the first time the vote went like way, way deep to one match the entire time I've been doing this. Like, it wasn't even, it was like not much of a competition. I'm like, I didn't think it would be, but I still want to give the other matches an opportunity. And I actually surprised Greg because, yes, the Evolution Rock and Sock Connection match got a better rating on the Meltzer scale than Jericho and Christian. I was very surprised by that.
So was I.
But it was true. It was true. But yeah, there was that match. There was the English Michaels match. There was the Edge Foley Hardcore match, which surprisingly was a distant second, but it was still second place. I was actually surprised last time I checked. And then the Money in the Bank from 23, which kind of was it really unfortunately was a throwaway because of who won and what happened after. Sucks, but
it makes me sad.
It does. That is the one Money in the Bank where I go, shit, what could have been, man? What the hell could have been if it had carried through? But again, we always talk about that. If we don't have that, we don't get Edge getting the briefcase back. We don't have the Edge Undertaker gloriousness for the next year. Mm. So, pull that thread, butterfly. But we will see what happens tomorrow. Immediately following the next quarterfinal match of the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge Championship Contenders Tournament and the postgame. Mm-hmm. And the reason I say after is because Aaron moved the review to 8 o'clock, so we can go at 7. Yay! So there you go. I love it. It's a big block of cherry. I got the trivia, the post game, and then Wrestling Rewind in 2 hour span, baby.
And then on Friday at, I believe it's going to be 7 o'clock Eastern, the 8-man gauntlet for the vacant Combat Wrestling Trivia Championship. That's because you figure the match with who was the champion, Matthew Rosa,
right,
is airing tomorrow. So
right.
We will see if he continues his reign and could he become Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion at the end of the day. Could there be a championship swap? Could I be taking the CWT championship and could he be taking the WTC championship? We will see. That is Thursday for Louis Dangoor and Matthew Rosa.
It's gonna be one of those weeks here on the channel. We're gonna continue on. I said it on Sunday, man. It's gonna be a busy ass 10 days. Like we'll get a brief break. Actually, no, I take that back because I don't have a break till like next Sunday, the 28th, and I'm okay with that.
And time's running out for you to come up with 22 questions.
Oh, I know. I got trust me, brother. See, the problem with not knowing the results and not watching the matches before they're taped or before they air is I don't know what the questions are going to be used. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what I'm going in with. So
you might want to come up with more than that. You might want to come up with more than that so you have backups.
Trust me, as we big people say, the struggle is real. So with that, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you all for your patience in this episode going up. I know it was a challenge to get it done last week, and it didn't get done, so I apologize for everybody. But it's the anniversary of the match, so it works out gloriously, kids. Until tomorrow on Wrestling Trivia Challenge, on the post game, and tomorrow's Wrestling Rewind, he is the champ. I am the Meech, and we will see you guys next time.